After Granma's arrival to Earth, the panorama became even more tense and challenging. With his army at his disposal and the powerful Frieza by his side, Granma represented an imminent threat to the planet and its inhabitants. Meanwhile, Goku continued his search for androids to strengthen himself and face this new threat with all his strength. Goku, with the newly acquired power of the chips of 17 and 18 integrated into his system, felt stronger than ever. However, he knew that facing Granma would be a monumental task that would require absolute strength and power. With Earth devastated as a backdrop, Goku was preparing for the inevitable confrontation, while Granma was relentlessly advancing towards her goal, the Dragon Balls. Meanwhile, Frieza was plunged into intrigue and internal conflict. Despite serving Granma out of fear of his own destiny, the proud space tyrant longed for the opportunity to break free from the chains that bound him. With the promise of an android specifically designed to face Granma, Frieza was looking for an opportunity to change the course of events in his favor. The scientist worked tirelessly in the laboratory to complete the last touches on Vegeta, the android who had been defeated on Earth. With each meticulous adjustment, Vegeta was getting closer and closer to his full potential, ready to be an unstoppable force in the battle for the fate of the universe. "Come on, there's almost nothing left," the scientist would say with tension. Meanwhile, on Earth, Goku continued his training and preparation for the inevitable confrontation with Granma. With each step he took, he felt more confident in his skills and more determined to protect his home from the threat that was looming over them. Goku would manage to defeat several more androids, benefiting from his powers. But at one point, he would feel Granma's presence. "It can't be. That guy is stupidly strong," Goku would say. On the other hand, Granma advanced with determination through the desolate landscape. His eyes shone with a cold and calculating intensity as he traced his course towards his goal. As he approached his destination, his imposing presence sent waves of fear through those who had the misfortune of crossing his path. Granma would already find 3 dragon spheres. He was getting closer and closer to fulfilling his mission. "There are only 4 left. I have to hurry. I want to leave this place," Granma would say. Suddenly, a warrior would arrive with a strong kick. But Granma, without even noticing, would hold the attacker's foot. It was Tenshin Han. "Hey, do you want to die?" Granma would say. "Miserable! You were the one who destroyed the Earth in the past," Tenshin Han would say furiously. Granma would show an expression of boredom. "Heavens, you are very weak," Granma would say. "You are no use, not even to cover a mole." Granma would hold Tenshin Han by the neck. The warrior could not free himself. Suddenly, Tenshin Han would begin to feel dizzy. Granma's veins beat in a signal that he was absorbing his power. Then he would release Tenshin Han and he would fall dead. "Wow, in the end he hardly felt any improvement," Granma would say. "This guy was far behind. But anyway, it all adds up." Granma would continue her journey looking for the rest of the dragon spheres. Meanwhile, in the secret laboratory, the scientist finally completed the final adjustments with Vegeta. With a flash of anticipation in his eyes, he would activate the powerful android and watch with amazement as he claimed life in front of him. With his formidable presence and overwhelming power, Vegeta was ready to face any enemy that got in his way. "Finally awake," the scientist would say. Vegeta would undoubtedly hold the scientist by the neck. "What is all this?" Vegeta would say. "Frieza ordered to rebuild you," the scientist would say. "It was Frieza who defeated me,"
Vegeta would say. I know, but he wanted to save you, the scientist would say. The soldiers would warn Frieza, and he would come without delay. Vegeta, Frieza would say. Vegeta, Vegeta would say. Stop, I'm not your enemy, Frieza would say. What are you talking about? Vegeta would say, distrusting the situation. I had to defeat you because I had orders, but I rebuilt you, giving you more power. Now you are stronger and you can fight Grandma, Frieza would say. Vegeta would be disconcerted. At that moment, his processor would be activated. The new order was to destroy Grandma. Grandma, Vegeta would say. Yes, I understand, but be careful. Grandma is looking for the dragon spheres. If he gets them, his power will be colossal, Frieza would say. Goku would manage to find Grandma. Both would face each other. Who are you? Grandma would say seriously. I am Goku, an android, but I would be interrupted by Grandma, who with great speed would come to him and hold him by the face. I'm not interested in introductions, Grandma would say. You are an android. You are useless to me. Grandma would take several turns on herself without releasing Goku. When he released him, he would fall to the ground at great speed. Loser, Grandma would say, turning around and moving away slowly. Suddenly, Goku's scream would call his attention. Goku would raise his power to the maximum, transforming into Super Saiyan. What? Grandma would say, disconcerted. Goku showed all his sparkling energy. In the battlefield, Goku was preparing for the final confrontation. With each fiber of his being focused on the task ahead, he would launch forward with determination and courage, ready to face Grandma and stop his evil plan once and for all. Goku was face to face with Grandma. With their combined powers and their unbreakable determination, he would launch forward to face the evil being that threatened to destroy everything he loved. Goku and Grandma would start with a formidable battle. While both warriors fought with courage, Goku discovered his new powers thanks to all the androids he had defeated. But Grandma wouldn't let himself intimidated. You don't do anything wrong, Grandma would say, excited to have a real battle. Shut up, you think you're better than me? Goku would say. I think the state of the fight speaks for itself, Grandma would say. Goku would force his ki beyond his limits, achieving great power. Despite this, Grandma didn't look very excited.
What are you going to do? I want to leave, Grandma would say. Goku would take his hands back, preparing a great Kamehameha. He would launch his attack with all his strength. Grandma would be disconcerted by so much energy in a single point. Even so, with both hands he would sustain the attack. He should make a great effort to resist it. You really are an incredible guy, Grandma would say. But it's not enough. Grandma would counter the attack with his own ki attack. He would gradually gain great advantage. Goku couldn't believe it. His own Kamehameha turned against him. No, I can't let Grandma win this fight, Goku would say with determination. Despite Goku's desires and his tenacity, he would only delay the inevitable. Grandma hardly made an effort, while Goku left his soul in the fight. Moments later, the attack would hit Goku, leaving a vast destruction around him. After that, we see Goku defeated on the ground. Yes, it was interesting, Grandma would say. Grandma would leave, ready to continue his search for the Dragon Balls. He would notice that the soldiers who accompanied him were not there. What the hell? Did they all leave? Grandma would say. Grandma would pay attention to his surroundings. "I don't understand. Those idiots left without my permission. I will eliminate them for that," Grandma would say. Grandma would leave on a return trip to her ship to find out what was going on. On the other hand, Goku was still alive, although he was really hurt. "Damn it, that was close," Goku would say. "That guy almost kills me." Goku would stand up with difficulty. Little by little, his body would heal. "Wow, I didn't think my wounds would heal so fast," Goku would say. Goku would close his eyes. I would understand. "It's Piccolo's chip! How great!" Goku would say. "Now I have to make time and look for more androids. Next time, I will defeat that fool." Grandma would return to her ship. The soldiers were terrified of her presence. "I demand an explanation. Why are you here without my permission?" Frieza would find out about Grandma's arrival. "Vegeta, you have to go right now," Frieza would say. "I'll do it in pieces," Vegeta would say. Vegeta would leave the ship. Grandma didn't understand what was going on. "Hey, I don't know you, but you're wearing a uniform similar to Frieza's army," Grandma would say. "Who are you?" "I am Vegeta, an android programmed to eliminate you," Vegeta would say. "Programmed?" Grandma would say. Vegeta would transform into Super Saiyan God, unleashing a colossal power. Even Grandma couldn't believe it. "What kind of guy is this?" Grandma would say. Vegeta would come to Grandma with a strong kick that would throw him away. Grandma would suffer a great pain. "It can't be that an android has so much strength," Grandma would say, disconcerted. Then Vegeta would follow Grandma. He would attack him with a series of consecutive blows at a speed that Grandma couldn't keep up with. "Damn, what kind of guy are you?" Grandma would say. "Your executioner," Vegeta would say. Grandma would move away from Vegeta. She would start raising her ki to the maximum, something she hadn't done in a long time. "You look a lot like the other fool I just defeated, so you'll run with the same fate." "I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't care," Vegeta would say. Grandma would throw herself at Vegeta again. Between the two of them, they would have a formidable battle. Things were intense. Grandma had problems to sustain the fight, but even so, she managed to stand up to the circumstances. While the fight was unfolding, Frieza paid attention from his ship. The entire army was terrified. "Damn, I thought Vegeta would beat him easily," Frieza would say. In the end, this guy never showed his true power. While the fight continued, Grandma would meditate that he had been betrayed. It wasn't very difficult to realize that. In a moment, Grandma would manage to knock Vegeta down, but he would stop his fall before hitting the ground. "You are really tough," Grandma would say. "Do you work for Frieza?" "That's none of your business," Vegeta would say. "I came to kill you, and that's all you should know." "Wow, you're very proud," Grandma would say. "It doesn't matter. This will be a fight to prove how far I can go." Grandma and Vegeta would throw themselves at each other, resuming their fight. Frieza saw everything with fear, while Goku was recovering to return to the fight. What will happen now that Goku is recovering? Will Vegeta defeat Grandma? And even more importantly, what will be the fate of planet Earth? We will see all this in the next part of this incredible theory of Goku the perfect android. And well friends, so far part 3 of this theory of Goku the perfect android. I hope you loved it. If this video reaches 150 likes, I will upload the next part as fast as I can. Remember to subscribe, comment, and leave your powerful like, since that would motivate me to continue uploading this theory. Without more to say, see you in the next part.